One more person, two more people back there. My name is Becky, and I am a breast cancer survivor, and you are sitting in what we call Margaret's house.
The Women's Cancer Advocacy Network, WCAN, is an organization of experienced advocates devoted to reaching and working on behalf of women and their social supports, and educating patients, practitioners, and policymakers about new and effective ways to manage breast and gynecological cancers. In 2007, WCAN board members and volunteers returned for the 7th year to the mountains of Appalachia to participate in the Remote Area Medical Clinic, RAM, an international organization and volunteer medical corps that provides free health services to the uninsured, underinsured, and working poor. This clinic continues to provide WCAN with a unique opportunity to reach large numbers of women from rural southwestern Virginia, eastern Kentucky, West Virginia, and Tennessee. In addition to yearly activities at RAM, WCAN seeks to engage its volunteers and board members in education, outreach, and consumer review opportunities in focused areas of need.
WCAN as an organization had very humble roots. I think it was just Don and Margaret and then their son, and they came to an event like RAM, just the three of them, a few years ago with a card table and some literature. Now it's expanded to where they have a 16-foot truck, an enormous amount of literature of all kinds to educate women, and also staff of 30 volunteers here today. And they keep carrying on the good work of advocating for patients.
WCAN was co-founded by Kendra McCarthy and Margaret Borwat in 1998 as an unincorporated, nonprofit organization dedicated to serving the needs of women diagnosed with or at risk of breast and reproductive cancers. Formally incorporated in September 2000 as a 501c3 nonprofit organization, WCAN expanded to serve West Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, and the District of Columbia, in addition to Virginia. In 2001, they began serving the states of Kentucky and Tennessee, and in 2003, Nevada as well. From 1998 until 2006, Margaret Borwat directed WCAN's efforts with her compassion and drive. Margaret set the gold standard to which all WCAN volunteers strive. Shortly before her passing in November of 2006, Margaret's nurse told her what a great fighter she was and how impressed she and the other nurses were with her. In response, Margaret removed her oxygen mask and said, "I am doing this so hopefully other women will not have to be in a bed like me. I only hope that from my work and experience I made a contribution that will help other women." In honor of Margaret's strength and vision, her legacy is now memorialized by the WCAN education tent named Margaret's House.
This year RAM's been doing mammography and OBGYN services as pap smears, and so WCAN is a really good adjunct to the medical work that's being done here. The women can get the education because in this particular area of Virginia, down in southwest, way southwestern Virginia, there's a preponderance of the cervical cancer and other forms of medical problems that women face. So WCAN is badly needed down here.
RAM volunteers provided $1.4 million in medical care to an estimated 2,500 patients during the event. It continues to be the largest free medical clinic in the United States, and Margaret's House is an integral part of the clinic.
I've got a special message for all the women, all the young girls. Please come into Margaret's House for information about women's cancer, a brief presentation, and an opportunity for a $50 gift certificate to Walmart.
WCAN distributed over 2,000 pink bags filled with the class schedule and valuable literature on women's cancers to those waiting to receive medical services. WCAN added ovarian cancer classes for the first time at RAM, expanding from 12 to 14 classes over the 2.5-day period. Each class attendee was given a canvas tote bag with breast, cervical, and ovarian cancer literature and info on the Every Woman's Life program. Drawings were held at the end of every class, and each winner received a $50 gift certificate. Other generously donated gifts were distributed to every attendee. A University of Virginia oncologist was volunteering with the St. Mary's Health Wagon, directly beside Margaret's house.
Department, we're providing screening for cervix cancer, and breast exams. And at the health department location, we offered pelvic ultrasounds as well on site, which was very helpful. And in connection with the Women's Cancer Advocacy Network, we're offering outreach and education. So it's really a great opportunity for our patients to kind of get education and services all at the same point. They don't have to drive anywhere. It's all in one place.
WCAN is a donation-based volunteer organization that makes a difference. Through a unique combination of rural education via Margaret's House class sessions, patient advocacy efforts, and state and federal lobbying activities, WCAN changes women's lives and the lives of the families who love them.
A lot of people ask me, what can I do to help you? What can I do to help you with your mission to work with the uninsured? And I think about, there's so many ways that you can help by volunteering your time and your funds. We can always use more funding. And I think about what Margaret said. When asked to help, don't make excuses, just do it.
Together, we can make a difference.